Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Let's get started.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show with Mike O'Mara, Oscar Santana, and Rob Spiewak. Now, here's Mike.
Tuesday afternoon.
You hate the Moody Blues.
I actually like them.
Oh, I love them.
It's a mocking impression.
I'll take it.
I don't like them alone, but if they're on the radio, and
You know-
Him, you mean the Moody Blues
Them,
as a group.
them.
Is
Oh,
the
them,
band,
them.
them.
Do you know that in the living room version of this show, Mike said, "Do not play the Moody Blues." And since that
Right.
moment, I don't believe I have played the Moody Blues, which kind of
much of a
hurts
monster,
because
doesn't
I do love the band. I've seen them live
Right.
6 times.
Give me the Moody Blues smash hits, and I'll tell you. I'll do an impression, and you'll know by the impression whether I like.
Nights in White Satin.
Nights in White Satin.
number one with a bullet.
Tuesday What happened? Something fall?
Yes, hold on. I need a small moment. Pad, won't you?
Pad.
What did he lose?
The
It
digital
sounded like
recorder.
a massive
He lost
crash
it up.
with
The
his,
digital recorder
with his
fell off its mini
scarred
shelf.
arms. with his
backup,
fruitcake
a
scarred
backup
arms.
recorder. It's down. It's
Yeah.
down.
We're back.
Mike,
We're
we have
back,
three.
baby.
We have 3 redundancies,
Yes,
and one
we
of them
do.
went down.
That's right.
So there's another one. Nights in White
Right, how about this?
Satin. It's like their whole catalog is like whining. Yes, what's the next one?
Ride My Seesaw.
I don't even know that one.
Ride my seesaw. Take its place.
See, I hear seesaw and I hear she shed.
That's different.
Her
It's
she
very,
shed's
very
on
different.
That's my she shed. Don't burn up my she shed. My she shed's gonna be burned up. My she shed.
How about
Shit.
one of their more recent offerings, Mike? I know you're out there somewhere.
I don't even know it. See, recent. So you got Nights in
I
White
didn't know they were
Satin
still
and
alive.
Tuesday Afternoon. What else are their big
Oh,
hits?
question.
What's that one?
There's 1,000,000,000 questions.
You're right there.
There's a rock
I don't
and
even know that.
You played all of these when you were at the Edge with Jeff Shamrock.
I don't think I played,
Rock.
I don't think we played the Moody Blues.
They had to play their core songs. You had to play Nights in White Satin.
Nights in White Satin.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
And it's like
So
it's all
good.
far
Love
away, reverby.
It's not even from
like,
my era.
No, it's so great. You know what happened is they were contracted to do a progressive rock LP and handed a hunk of money, and they went into the studio and they created something. They actually brought in session musicians and named them the London Festival Orchestra and made that entire orchestrated album.
Excuse me. Is it Nostalgia Corner today?
No,
Is
no.
it
Oh, well,
Nostalgia
maybe-
Corner
maybe
today
something
with
for the
Moody
future.
Blues?
Yeah, you know what? I'll play you all the Moody Blues songs on Nostalgia Corner this week. Nice!
Mike, why don't we talk about the present?
Yeah, let's do that.
I love the
on-
present. I love now. I love living in the now.
The
Mike,
now.
you know what they say? They say, yesterday is gone, tomorrow is promised to no one, today is a gift, and that's why they call it a present.
Oh,
Where did that come from?
where did that? I don't know. I don't know.
Did your grandpappy tell you that?
I think I just came with the stroke.
I
Did
made
you just,
one of
did
those
you just
up
do
at a
off the top
party
of your head?
Well, I'd read it before, but yeah.
Okay, no, but you didn't write that. That wasn't an original.
No, and he said, when times were hardest, my son, that is when I carried you.
Oh, that's from
Jesus.
The
It's the
Bible.
footprints. That's right.
Old Jesus.
Jesus.
Little
Yeah.
old,
Jesus loves the Moody Blues.
Mike. I really thought, I was like, did he just come up with that?
They're always in a mood. What's
So-
the present?
So the present is this. On this past Friday's show, if you're listening to this.
It was another perfect show, by the way. Oscar, great job.
Time hop. Today is the 17th of December.
Time hop.
So on last Friday's program.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm sorry. What?
Mike, let's take a time hop.
You asked about, and we brought up briefly that our friend and business partner Charlie Burney is going to Florida to the PGA Golf Tour.
Stop it.
Oh yeah.
No, not PGA Golf. PGA Golf show.
So it is the PGA Golf.
It
Tour
is.
he's going to.
I have confirmed it's
The big one.
It's the big one, but that's in.
Let that dinosaur
That's
down.
in contingent with the golf National Golf Owners Association. They have a show as well.
The NGCOA.
Yes. So,
Mike,
Golf Course Owners Association.
put that
be clear
dinosaur
about
that.
down.
Oh, yeah,
It's
put it down,
distracting.
yes.
And you said, look, you at Podcast Village, you have many podcasts come through there, and you did not know that the Golf Business Podcast was broadcast from Podcast Village.
Right.
And you were really into it. You said, I can't believe they have all these thought leaders and tech experts. And you said, I'd really like to know if they want a new voice for the actual program. And I said, well, let me figure out. I thought it was Charlie's voice for some reason.
Right.
Who actually recorded the opening, the imaging of the program. And then I listened to the gentleman who did. And I said, well, I'm going to let Mike see if he wants to steal the job from this gentleman because you didn't know either.
Do we have an example?
We
of
do.
the
We do.
gentleman
This
that
is the
does it?
most recent episode
And I'll tell you
36.
whether I think I could be an improvement.
Okay.
This is the Golf Business Podcast, brought to you by the National
me.
Golf Course Owners Association, the leading
I
voice
remember
for
doing
today's
that.
owners and operators. Each episode features guests and discussions about some of the most important matters in our business.
Why does it sound like
This
I did it?
podcast is supported by
in
Yamaha
Manassas?
Golf Cars, the official golf car partner of NGCOA. Now, coming to you from the John Deere studio is Golf Business Podcast host Charlie Burney.
Welcome to episode 36.
Yeah, that guy sucks. Wow, it was me. It was me after all.
It was me the whole time.
Wow. That's a long time ago I did that, right?
It was a couple
It
years
was a
ago.
week ago Thursday.
It's not. But I
didn't realize his head moves. Wait,
Oh, your
wait,
dinosaur.
Yeah.
This is definitely
Look.
a YouTube.
Thought he was talking about
experience.
Charlie.
Yes.
Look, his head moves.
But how? And I said, Charlie, because when I told Charlie, I said, Charlie, Mike wants to be the voice of the Golf Business Podcast. He said, Oscar, Mike already is the voice of the Golf Business Podcast.
Oh, I'm so embarrassed.
Mike,
I don't remember everything I've done.
what about this one? Do you remember this song? I thought you would remember this one. Because it sounded like ELO when they did it.
This song I like. Is this the Moody Blues?
Yes,
Long
this is-
time.
Yeah, Gemini
no
Dream.
see.
Yeah, great one.
Yeah.
WABA, how you doing, everybody?
Here's a little something from the Moody Blues, a modern song for Rob Spiewak going out to you. Oh, it's got another one, another bar.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. That's typical Moody Blues. Screw me up.
Don't
like that.
blame
If I start
them.
the song on time.
The song has been the same for 30 years.
Ladies and gentlemen, this one going out to a little boy that's got a latchkey around his neck. He's Oscar Santana, just about to get on the subway.
Long time, no see. Short time.
Well, that's wonderful. Here I was thinking the opening.
We finally
of the show,
found one that he
I'd
likes.
have some new work to do or something like that.
No, but you had work and you haven't.
Yes.
Well, I mean that was a Podcast Village job.
Yes.
Yeah.
You understand what that kind of job
Yeah,
is,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So a Podcast Village job is not like other jobs.
It's not cash
Other
money
jobs
upfront
would be
job.
narrating a documentary. You know?
Yes.
And,
Yes.
and by the way, somebody, what's this one?
This is called The Voice. I think you'll remember this one too.
There are two conversations being had.
I'm just providing background
all
music.
He likes the Moody Blues, so he's on his Moody Blues kick right now because it's an opportunity for him to play a band he saw in live.
He's seen.
Many times.
What is this?
You'll recognize what this is. They like putting the orchestral stuff up front, but the single starts about here.
I always picture some like soap commercial with a guy with a girl with long hair riding on a white horse.
Synthesizer.
Yeah.
Synthesizer.
It was the era. All right, I'll
Where
stop.
are they from? Where are the Moody Blues from?
They're from Maine.
No, it's Chuck and Barb.
It's Chuck and Barb
Moody.
from Leesburg.
Has Barb gotten over the big win for the Nationals yet? I don't think so.
I think there's hot boozy breath in Leesburg tonight.
Are they a British band?
They are a British band. They were technically a British invasion band that reinvented themselves, but I'm
Okay, can we get back to the
please let's get back to
work?
talking about the voiceover
Voiceover
work.
work.
A voiceover
Voiceover
work.
work.
Yeah, but the non-interesting voiceover work.
No.
I know. You took a tone with that.
No, I did. I took no tone. You inferred
Yeah,
a tone.
let's get back to the boring voiceover.
I never
Is there
said
any
that.
work for me at
Mike,
all?
no, but
there's
you
not
wanted to be
really.
the voice. I didn't know if you had tips for that young man we just played earlier.
Yeah, I would say make it a little less announcery.
Okay.
I'd like to have him
Conversational?
go back.
Okay.
I'd like to have him go back into the studio and be less announcery.
Okay.
I'd get more gigs if I wasn't such a, hand up to the ear. And now, please welcome Guy Phil.
You see, that's a lost art. What you do, and that's what I
Right.
love.
How do
I mean,
you-
you don't hear that
This
anymore.
isn't radio days either. He's not doing that.
No, but if you
Yeah.
want to, what I don't need is some.
It's a terrible recording. Where did I do the recording?
I believe we brought it up on the line.
But no, I think it's just the fidelity coming through what we have. That's not
All
the,
right. So
the
it
full-
sounds good
it
down
sounds,
there.
It sounds
Yeah.
good. Sounds
At,
good. Yeah.
at your thing?
But
Okay, that's good.
What
That's
I
good.
don't need, when you talk about how announcers are now, I don't need an ambivalent sounding lady announcing the Oscars. I want a big voice announcing
May
the
I
Oscars.
make an appeal since we're on this subject?
We're
for
here.
2020?
We're here, baby.
I went through 2019 without doing a narration of any kind.
Yeah, but that was
And
by
I'm-
choice.
And it's not over
I'm
yet.
here.
There's
What do you
still
mean it was by choice? It was not by choice. I didn't get any offers. I didn't get any offers for narrations in 2019.
Let me check.
None.
Let me.
Bupkis. I might have done
I have
one
to really
thing.
think about this.
I did spots. I did some spots, but I didn't do any.
and there's
I
two,
would
there's
love to
2
do-
weeks left in the year.
Will you stop? Will you stop, please? Unlike you, I am serious sometimes.
Okay.
Okay. I want to be. It's not all puppy dog tales. I'm trying to get a gig. I want to do narrations for people.
Yeah.
In 2020, I want to do like another space narration. I want to do another hurricane narration. I love doing narrations.
Natural
I
disasters.
love doing that.
Yes.
Yes. And I've always wanted. I've never gotten my entire career. I'd like to do a jewelry commercial.
Ooh.
How would it go?
Every kiss begins with K.
Good.
I never. And did we talk about here on the show that the every kiss begins with K is the
How many voiceover?
not
How many
because of K.
voiceover projects have we done that you guys have helped me with that have amounted to absolutely nothing? And by the way, good news for the show in 2020. I am in contact with a talent booker for the show.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I think you
Great.
can. I think you can look to getting some.
That would be
some
fantastic.
fun guests on the show. A guy that is interested in doing the same thing that Drab never did for us. So,
Oh, yes.
Oh, great.
Let's. I'm looking forward to seeing if we can get that moving, and we'll see how that works. Very excited.
What
for that.
as far as voiceovers for us or for podcast
No, I'd like to
Village?
do. I would like to do. I would like to do any voiceover work that can supplement my meager income.
I got it.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to.
So-
but the most fun are real narrations. Those are fun for me.
Well, I got to
In
actually
this
work
digital.
with you on the space one, the Cosmos one, and that was
That was a lot of moving parts.
That was a lot.
Certainly don't want him to have as many moving parts as that one did.
But that was,
but-
I have to admit, when all was said and done and we got that put to video and they sent us the DVDs, that was impressive. That was really cool to be a part of.
Mm-hmm.
So you would probably want to do
So
something
you're
like that
open
again.
to just to clarify, you are open to working on like a feature presentations or documentaries, but that are not too complicated.
No, I'll do anything.
Okay.
I like doing voiceover work. I had a business between radio jobs as a production
The Hit
studio
Factory.
where that's all I did.
What was
No,
it
it was
called?
Chesapeake.
Oh,
It was
sorry.
Chesapeake
Why did I
Recording
think it was a Hit Factory?
because it was not the Hit Factory.
Factory.
What the f- is the Hit Factory? Anyway,
I think it's another
production.
production studio.
It was called Gold Star Studios in Los
No,
Angeles.
the
Oh
one-
my
the
God!
people that sing,
Oh my
the
God!
people that
Michael's
sing.
dinosaur, the demon dinosaur, has come in. Oh no! Oh no! Head upside down. No, it's just work I enjoy, and since I realized in 2019 I didn't talk about it. We had a voiceover website that never amounted
It's
to
still
much
there.
of anything, and yeah, it's non-existent though in the minds of people. People don't know what it is. Do you know where it is? I don't know where it is.
MikeVO.com.
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 Absolute zip. Zero. Literally zero. So that's my fault for not following up on that.
No, we
But I
ran
like
we
doing
ran
it.
a nice flight of
Promos?
and
Yeah, but nothing came of it. Is
Yeah,
my point.
yeah,
That's the
but
point I'm trying
Mike,
to make.
It's uncharted territory for us. Like we are very good at this right here. And the land of VO work, I really don't know. I thought a
think-
website would have helped you.
I think in the land of VO work,
Mm-hmm.
what has happened now is that these websites have resulted in so many people being able to audition. And the landscape now is young guys that sound disinterested, that real announcers aren't just that used anymore. It's just not, it's not done. If you look at the guy, the best example would be Big Telephone. You look at the Sprint guy, is an absolute nerd monster. He's just, there's not, if you look at the Fidelity Investment, the guy with the beard,
Yeah.
he literally has a lisp.
Yep.
He is like, that's because you're not planning your future that way. And I'm like going, okay, they don't care. It's more
One of
you know,
Carrie's best friends from high school is married to a guy named Tony Hoyland, and he's the voice of Thomas's English Muffins.
Mm-hmm.
And he was one of the first guys who was like, Thomas's English Muffins. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. And now they say, oh, can you do a Tony Hoyland read?
Oh, wow.
So he is being undercut on a lot of spots because people are imitating his style.
All right, here's the idea then. Okay, because I don't think I'm going to get those. Here's the thing. Gilbert Gottfried does greetings, right?
Yeah, cameo.com.
We can
Gilbert
sign you up
Gottfried
for that in
does
a heartbeat.
greetings.
Yeah.
Right. No, but I don't want to do that.
Okay.
Now, what I would like to do is, and I will propose this, and you come up with a price point. I don't want to
Okay.
make it expensive. I want to make it reasonable. Like, what would be I want to make it like
We
25.
should talk about it offline. We can compare.
No, I don't want to. I don't
All
want
right,
to.
never
It's
mind.
not that important to me. $25 to $50. All right. What, $50?
I think so.
Nah, I think $50 is a ripoff. No, it's not. It's my time. Here's
Your
the thing.
time.
I
And not
will
for
do
what
it
you're
for 50.
providing.
It's
Yeah.
our
What do,
time, Mr.
what do
Hand.
I charge roughly $500 to do a regular commercial for
Right.
people. That's I don't care if that's out there for people who know, but I don't do it very often. For $50, that's one less zero. I will do a 60-second commercial, and all you have to submit to me is the facts about the person and for a loved one.
Oh, so not
This
so much
portion-
like a
personal
commercial,
message.
but like almost like a shout out or a
personal
tribute.
message.
No, it would be a formal commercial that I would record and send to them in an MP3, in an email, and it'd be like, "Let me tell you about Dirk Bastrick. Dirk was born in 1925, and at the say
They have to write the copy.
All right, yeah, you're right. They write the copy. So if you want a commercial done, I will voice your commercial for whatever loved one you have, and I'll do it. Now this is now remember. I'm saying this right now.
50 a
because
page, double spaced.
it's content. And tell me when I've done the 10th one,
Yes.
tell me that I said it, that it
Yeah.
was my idea.
A
All
pony
Why are you
mark this and put this into the soundboard.
Why are you shaking your
Because
head?
we've worked together long enough at this moment where I feel like I'm going to get a ring a ding ding at 3 p.m. Say, hey,
didn't mean it.
that personal greeting thing, kill it.
It's not
Didn't
a
mean it.
personal greeting. That's you immediately this is the way your brain works. You lock on to something. It's not a Gilbert Gottfried. I will record that you have.
How is this different?
The listener has to write a commercial.
That's what they have to do for Cameo.
What do you mean cameo?
Same thing for Gilbert Gottfried.
Well, but I don't think Cameo accepts copy. I think they just
They get some parameters,
details. Yeah.
and then you hit it. I mean, it literally is the same. I would rather put you on Cameo and then you just knock them out.
Yeah, because Cameo's already got the infrastructure in
Yeah.
place.
Otherwise, we're running around. People.
Cameo's hack.
Okay, I agree, it's hack. I think you're better than Cameo.
That's what I think. So
Yeah.
that's why I want to do commercials. So what if I have to press a couple extra buttons?
I'm good with that. I'm just saying again, what I said earlier, that I feel like at 3, or maybe 3:15, maybe 3:30. Hey,
Maybe
man,
3:30 would be between a show.
the greetings. Yeah, I was thinking about that. That just
So do you think
that waters down my brand. I don't want to do it.
Do you think this is a terrible idea?
I think the idea of you doing this personal greeting is something that is very special.
Not a personal greeting. Commercials
Okay.
for people.
You can call it what you wish.
I
but it's
am calling it a
personal-
commercial
it's
for
a
people.
personal greeting. /
No, it's
commercial.
not.
Because a commercial.
for friends.
to say hi to Pete. Pete's a good guy. That's not what I'm effing doing.
But-
I'm doing this portion of the Mike O'Mara Show brought to you by Sam. Sam Johnson is a blah, 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 blah. That's right.
Yeah, no, but
But a
we
commercial
sell
implies-
those spots. We sell those spots to.
we're not going to
advertisers.
put it on the air. It's not on the air.
Right, but the commercial
It's just
implies
I can't
that you're
afford to put it on the air. We can't
selling
do
a
that.
product. You're not really selling, so it is a greeting more than a commercial. Because
Yeah,
it's
you're greeting somebody, but for the person.
in the style of a commercial, in the guise of a commercial.
And if you're up for Mike, who am I to say what you? This is your show. Like,
Yeah.
we'll
No,
support
I
you
mean,
any way you want.
Look, I think that we're always thinking out of the box and we're thinking creatively.
Yeah.
And I
What about a finger puppet show for $150?
You see, now he's just
all
being
right,
silly.
now you're gone. Now
What do you
you're
mean?
gone.
How
So
am I
now-
How about
gone?
this,
No,
Mike?
now
You just
you're gone.
did
Now you
playing
don't-
with
you-
the dinosaur, which was entertaining.
I'm playing with the dinosaur, and because I'm nervously fingering
Hey,
the dinosaur.
hey,
because I'm really thinking about that I'd love to do.
So let's
I look back at my year and I go, what's the only thing that was different? The thing that was different is I didn't do any significant freelance.
let's
work.
up your price
Now
to
you can say I'm not Dude Walker, where I have a big time agent that goes and looks for me for that stuff, because that's what he does that's his job.
Dude.
My job is doing this. But at the same time, there's usually one or two that comes my way. Our friend, Mr. Schmidt, Tom Schmidt,
Yes, nice
sent
guy.
us a little greeting, and we did a big project for him. And I like to do one or two a year. They're fun to do, and I didn't do it in
don't-
2019.
If we were
it's a
to
bad
up your
idea.
rate from 50 to 60, then it's $1 a second. And that way they can go longer
do you
or
think
shorter.
by saying this on the air, you just helped my cause? You are as not
Yes.
into this as your brother is.
No. I'm more into
No,
it than
you
way
don't
into it.
break it down to that. You're making it sound expensive.
No,
by
because
saying
this
that.
way it's customizable. It could be less than that then. Like it could be
No,
something
I'm not
shorter.
going to charge by the second. I'm not going to charge by the.
That could be your gimmick.
And you're not being serious.
am.
You're both doing shtick.
No. I believe a greater presentation deserves higher dollars.
If both of you were to analyze the meaning, the deep meaning behind this little spiel, you might not be so, let's say, lighthearted about it. I need more money.
No, I'm with
Thank
you.
you.
I'm with you.
I'm trying any way that I can. Anyway,
I
and
get
you know
you.
what? That narration, the hurricane narration, which comes to mind, came at a great time for me.
Mm-hmm.
Never had that weekend. You know what I mean? Never
Right.
had that week. So that's all. I'd really like to, do something. If it was and no job is too small. That's the way I look at that. No job. If Gilbert Gottfried can do little, is that a cameo? Is that
Yeah,
what he does? Cameo.
And I would be
There's big
Can you-
celebrities on camera.
Mike,
Hold
I
on.
would say
No,
it's
you-
not
I'm
hack.
taking you out of this discussion a minute. Can I ask you this? Let me talk to my business manager. Okay?
All right.
That
Remember,
actually
you were
is
hating him just a
concerned-
minute ago.
No, but he's concerned about dollars and cents.
All right.
And putting them into my account, something you've never even burdened yourself with. So let me talk to him for
scares
a moment,
me,
okay?
actually.
Please. And by the way, and thank you for the fruitcakes. So getting back to this.
Not
If-
at all.
all right. The cameo, please to explain what because I have no idea what it
Okay,
is.
so this is the way I look at it. For your idea, it's make or build, right? So either it's make or buy. So you can either buy into the cameo process and put yourself on there, and you can figure out what you want to charge. You set the price, or we have.
Well, we
to,
all should do it too. We all should.
or we should. Well, I don't think anybody. I don't want the depressing data coming back for no one wanting my greeting and to see a report every month coming.
You
to me
might
saying,
be surprised.
Saying
People
zero.
love you. People love him. People love you.
Yeah,
Well,
but they don't love
people
the-
like him.
Yeah, they don't love that. I'm not a celebrity in the vein that you are.
Do people like Oscar and Rob?
Old Steggy says hello. Yes, it's yes. I'll take
Well,
his
I
word
think
for
that
it.
what would happen if we were to try to keep neck and neck with Mike, we'd
Yeah.
have to adjust our price point.
It would be very sad.
It would.
It would be very sad.
But
And-
it's starting at zero. You know what? They can't take it away.
yes, and if you're
So
on
cameo, what do I do if I get a cameo request? How
Yes.
does that work?
So you will get a request, and then it'll have the parameters, and then you film it on your iPhone, and then it sends it right out
Buy a cameo.
through the Cameo
How much
app.
does Gilbert Gottfried get when he does one of those? cameos?
It seems to me it was 200. I can check.
I'll do it.
Yeah, please check.
I mean, there's a lot of them. But I mean, there are those that are like $5 and $10 for like YouTube influencers.
And then there's some lazy ones. People, and I judge the Cameo on the enthusiasm given by the artist or actress or actor.
you
Well, let me ask you
ruined
this.
a woman for me on
Yes.
Cameo. Yes.
Let me ask you. Well, really? Did he send it? Who?
No,
what
Jennifer
happened?
Love Hewitt had the laziest cameos known to man as she's doing in the back of a cab.
and she's saying
Did she
like,
do
and
one
an
for
Uber.
you?
No. But I did watch some of her samples, and she said, and also, she's not as young as she used to be. And one of her cameos was, "I'm really sorry that I'm kind of sick, but happy birthday, Jonah." And I'm like,
And if I'm not mistaken, it's time sensitive, so it's gonna be on their time because they will expire if you don't come through
all right,
Now,
Mike.
with the cameo.
What is one thing we can all agree on? How much would I put into those if I did?
Oh,
it?
you would do great.
Oh, you'd be a monster. I think you'd be great.
I would take them all, and I would put.
Mike,
care,
here are some of the here are the current costs that are listed at Cameo right now. Gilbert Gottfried, $150 with a guaranteed 2-day delivery.
All right, I watched one of his sent to me or sent to Trip. I think Trip had him do a cameo, and it was really kind of he was reading it, and it was kind of so.
Chris Hansen, $50.
Chris Hansen, the To Catch a Predator
Yeah,
guy.
Yeah,
Cookies
Oh, I'm out.
With his
I'm not
sullied
doing it.
career.
Nope, that's it. Thank you. End of discussion. Out. Won't do it.
really?
No, now I know what it is. I have a job. Thank you very much.
Mike,
That's horrible.
You can get Santa Claus for $60.
Can you get a sample of Santa Claus?
I'll bring him up. Hold on.
All right, let's hear what Santa
let's
Claus.
hear what this guy has
Maybe
to say.
Yeah, this is
I've
the
clicked on
discussion
him.
that won't end.
This is fascinating.
This is, isn't it? This
So
is
a guy doing Santa Claus because I do a pretty formidable Santa Claus.
This guy looks like him though. So he has the outfit.
So it's a fat guy with a white beard.
Yeah. So this is for Ariel and Colton. If she chooses to play, give me one
Ariel
moment.
and Colton.
Hello, Ariel and Colton. It's me,
Suck.
Santa.
Suck
Coming to you
ass,
live.
Fidelity
horrible,
is
fat,
terrible.
lazy, yellowing beard
Is
from
he
where
on
he
the
stuffs
can?
himself.
No, he's in front of a fake mantle.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Hello, Colton.
God, so lame.
Hi, Colton. I have a sign in my yard.
Wow.
Are those cookies?
Well, that's a $60 value right there.
$60 for that douche that gets on there and does that? That's
Do you have a
not
Santa
fair.
suit?
I do somewhere. I got a Santa.
you
I got a
could-
Santa suit from
You
when
can
I owned the
out
restaurant.
Santa this guy.
Did you
Is
wear?
he? Hey, is it? But no, I bet I can't. Is he a real Santa? Like every, by the way, welcome to the Boomers.
Yeah.
that are all guys with fat white beards.
Yeah,
all of them.
He's a pro Santa. He's a pro Santa.
Yeah, he's
What
a
makes him a
Santa.
pro?
Yeah.
The real
he has
beard.
He has a real beard.
Real
Yeah.
beard.
And by the way, speaking of that, I'm seeing a trend with mall Santas where they're using mustache wax and giving themselves a curl on their mustache.
It's a
Yeah,
hipster.
boo.
Stay
hipster
away from
Santa.
that. I
I
hate
agree.
that. I hate that.
I agree. It's like you're going to you're going to the beach the next day. You know,
Yes.
look at
Hey,
my black
Redman the
curly
rapper is $125.
Redman
Yeah.
is a star.
Yeah.
cue. How much is he?
125. Mike, 125 will also get you Tom Arnold. $100 will get you Johnny Damon.
Ooh.
And $150 will get you, and you may want to act on this one fast, Ruth Buzzy.
The dollars
I might be. You might
add
have.
up.
Well, hey, we're out of time for the
Oh,
opening
excuse me.
segment of the show. Congratulations to both Rob and Oscar for successfully talking me out of my latest idea. Thank you.
Mrs. Z wants candy.
Well, we should have something sweet.
She loves candy.
Airheads, if they're sour, Sour Patch. The watermelon flavored ones,
Sweet tarts.
Nerds, Black Licorice.
Shannon.
Good and Plenty, chocolate.
A Hershey bar.
Peanut butter cup.
The
Mary Jane's.
watermelon. Bitter honey. I ate all of my favorite candies.
Don't worry, Peach. You can stock up on all your favorites through the Mike O'Mara Shopping Center. Click the banner at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Thanks, Peach.
The best of O'Mara.
And before we do anything else, I want to get your letters on. It is not about us. It's not about Rob. It's not about Oscar.
Can you let everybody know what picture I sent you? Just because you said a picture.
I'll show it
just to
to
confirm. Oh, show 'em.
all
No
right.
one's ever seen this. No one's ever seen this.
This is
Rob,
great.
are you okay with this? Are you
Sure,
all right?
why not?
Sure,
we can-
why
if
not?
we can,
It's okay.
this
If we
a
can
picture-
prevent a really tight close-up, better. Thank you.
A little back,
This-
a little
this
is a
back,
picture-
a little back, a little
Yeah,
back.
that's
Right
nice.
there. Yes.
Yeah.
That's a picture.
Yeah, it hurt.
You are
Rob,
wearing the
bless you.
same sweatshirt you were wearing that day in the picture.
That's right. It's on the cycle.
What are the odds? What are the odds?
Probably about 1 in 5.
I don't want you to ruin. You're jolly during the holidays. I think you ought to get a driver and have a goddamn great time and go out and party your ass off. And you can have as many drinks as you want. If you don't miss the birthday party and just, you don't want to overindulge.
No,
right? But
I'm
for
good
this
at
thing-
drinking. I can do this.
All right.
That's
go
right.
ahead.
Okay, thank you.
Enjoy yourself.
Totally
I've
right.
been there. You know how many apology tours I've done because of alcohol?
How
I've done
many
a bunch of them.
daughters' birthdays have you missed?
haven't missed-
Because of your alcoholism.
I have not missed any of them, but I
Okay.
mean, but I also have done horrible things under the influence of
Terrible
alcohol.
things, terrible
not,
things.
Not criminal, but not anything I'm proud of. And I've hurt people I love, and
Yes.
I've said things
Yeah.
I regretted, and and then I've gone over the top for people I didn't like.
wait, no,
where,
I got
where it
this.
made me look
You're-
worse, and I don't like that, and I
Mike-
still guard against
You're
it.
right.
It's
You're right.
terrible.
You're right. What about asking your daughter to move her birthday?
What about asking you to go to hell?
All right, let's
And
open
you know
up the
what?
mailbag.
How is
What?
he giving me crap about my sweatshirt where he's wearing that jackass coat when he doesn't even need
I
to?
understand.
This is not
Well,
a Christmas party.
Please give my best to everybody today. Tell Charlie and
You
company
bet. I
down
will.
there at the Village
Thank
that
you, Mike.
I love
Yeah.
those guys. And thank you for letting me be a very small part of it. I really, really appreciate that. Let's open up the mailbag. Tighter and brighter for your listening pleasure. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Hello, sports fans. Mike's new NFL strategy is the worst and dumbest thing ever. Thank you. If Rob is picking at a higher rate than Mike, does it make sense to pick opposite of everything Rob does? No. This is the worst strategy possible. He will fall further behind faster. Let's say Rob averages 10-6. By going opposite of Rob, Mike is guaranteed he will have a losing record.
Guaranteed.
This weekend is going to be a debacle. Jim Moore of Olney wrote it last week, and Jim, I'm here to tell you were right. Absolutely right. I will not be employing that strategy this week. I will be preparing diligently.
Much
but I'm
research?
Still not going to win. I don't know. Jim from Olney. Great town.
You're not out of it.
Hello,
You're not out of it,
TMOS groovy guys and groovy gal. I've been listening to your rants about The Irishman on Netflix, and I have yet to take the plunge. But I was wondering if anyone has watched Jack Ryan on Amazon Prime, and if so, what do you think? Well, let me get to the end of the letter, then I'll give you my opinion. I do watch it. I give it a 5 out of 10. It was much hyped, but I just can't buy John Krasinski as Ryan. As a huge Tom Clancy fan and mega fan of The Hunt for Red October, I feel that the series falls flat. Please discuss. Yours in Christ, Mark Kaplan of San Francisco. Mark, I dove into Jack Ryan this year, and completely a different season. It's like, so I haven't revisited it because it was so all over the place and not making a lot of sense, and I got to suspend too much disbelief. So the season that I watched was last year, the inaugural season?
First season, right? Yeah.
Yes.
I love that season. That was just so good. And I find John Krasinski very credible because he's all bulked up as a tough guy.
Do you think it would work
they're
this
a little
season
lost.
if after he said a line, if he looked in the camera like he used to do on The Office?
Like he did with that
This
lady.
this is when the Sandinistas come and find us.
You know what? I will. I've not shut the door on Jack Ryan, but the way I judge stuff is if I don't go back to it right away, I float away from it.
Yeah, it's definite
means it hasn't
rearview mirror
captured my
stuff.
interest the
I have
same
some insight. If you
Yes.
would like some, backstage insight. I like the season, but I also like it because it's based in Latin America. There's a lot where I'm like,
And season 1 was based in your neighborhood.
yeah, so
you're
there are
absolutely
ties.
connected.
There is a gentleman who works for 60 Minutes that we ran into here at Podcast Village, and as he
it was Scott Pelley.
as he was setting up and getting ready for his the work, somebody mentioned this last season of 60 Minutes. Of Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan, and he said they cheaped out the season out of the
really?
blue. And I said, "What do you mean cheaped out?" Like I just happened to ask, and he said,
It's interesting.
He goes, I have friends that work on that show, and if you look at the way that show is shot, even with the cinematography, it is completely different than the first show. And you can tell why and how it was shot. Now, location they made look grand and large and epic, but the way it's shot was not as well as the first season. And maybe that's what you're getting as well.
It had to be because I couldn't put my finger on what it. Now I got to go back and look at it and see what's going on.
Because
But
the first season
it doesn't
did
have
look
the
like
same sizzle.
It looked like a motion picture. It
Yes.
looked like a big time motion picture. Yeah.
Wow, they cheaped out. And it makes me wonder.
Now, I
whether
can't
some of
confirm
these,
that. That's someone's opinion,
Yeah.
but
It makes me wonder whether some of these behemoths are a little overextended. But
Could be.
we've got something in news today about that, so it'll be interesting to discuss. Hi, fellas and Maddie. There's been a lot of talk about general grumpiness and negativity going on lately. With that in mind, I'd like to tell you a little story. I bought tickets for both live shows in Las Vegas as soon as they came up for sale. That said, there's so much that can happen between sale and show. Long story longer, my younger brother, 48, who was in kind of a bad shape medically, took a turn quickly, and I ended up spending a week with him in Wisconsin in an amazing hospice facility. Oh, that's sad. He was almost totally non-responsive, and within a matter of 6 days, he died. Wow. On Halloween night, I went home in a blur. Vegas had been booked, air, hotel, dinner, ticks. Ultimately, I decided to go. One of my first encounters was with Jim Amato, who gave me a huge hug and asked how I was doing. It was the first time we met in person, and yet he knew, and he cared, and he wasn't the only one. 3 days turned into a blur that had me smiling and forgetting all the S that I'd been dealing with. Last year, I was battling cancer. This year, a death. Both years, the live show and the fans and you guys breathed life back into me. So when I hear the Debbie Downers whine and complain, I just think back to the days I had you in my ears and the time I had everyone's arms and energy enveloping me. And I pity those complainers. I just needed all of you to know how important you are. You gave me new, amazing friends that love me for no other reason than I'm me. Thanks for the funny and love to you all. Shelley Whaley from Spokane. And wow. Way to go, Jim Amato. Good job.
Great letter.
That's
Great
amazing.
letter.
Boy, oh boy, that keeps you going. Thank you, and sorry for your loss as well. Moving along to our next letter. Hi, TMOS guys. I want to wish my guy Robert a happy 53rd birthday. Robert, you're 1 in a million, a sweetheart, a hero, and badass dad. I'm so glad you came into my life and taught me how to love again. And the best part is, Alex Papp approves and likes him.
Oh, damn!
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Love to you all. Ioana.
That's exactly right.
Ioana Ionescu. Did I do it right?
I think it's Iona.
I think what you said was like the Peruvian cleanser and
no, if
the
it was
hot nuts.
Iona, it would be Iona.
Ayahuasca.
Ioana. It's Ioana.
Okay.
Not?
Fum.
I smell the blood of an Englishman.
Yes.
Well, I mean, how
Well,
would you pronounce Ioana?
Iona. Iana.
Wouldn't it be
Iana?
Iana?
Mike, can you call us
Iana?
back on Skype,
Iana.
please?
Yeah. Wow.
Iana
One of those
mañana.
days.
That's right. Tomorrow never knows.
No. Iana mañana.
Isn't she Alex Papp's mom?
Exactly.
Oh, it's Alex. Oh, the hot mom?
Yes.
You say
Oh,
exactly,
my
but you didn't
God.
volunteer that.
The hot mom.
But I thought it was sort of implied when he said it was a great dad and Alex Papp approves.
So do you know the correct pronunciation of her
I don't
name?
know. I think I have heard it as Iona.
I can call
Iona.
I can call Alex and ask him if you like.
Please do.
Iona. Yeah, we'll find out. I'd love to know that. She's got a very interesting Facebook page.
Yes.
That I've looked
Very
at.
attractive.
She's a beautiful woman.
Very much so.
Hello, gentlemen and Maddie. I just thought I would drop a quick line to let you folks know how your show has enriched my holiday season. I recently bought my 4-year-old twin daughters a calendar that counts down the days until Christmas. One morning, after we had changed the calendar to properly reflect the remaining number of days, I said, there's a song about this. I then proceeded to sing the Christmas shopping song, and they liked it. One of my daughters asked if there was a way to hear the song set to music. And Rob's playing it right now. You playing the real one now?
Yeah, it's 14 days. 14 days.
14 days.
Hi there.
days.
Only 14 days left for Christmas shopping. Times a fleeting.
No one really says times of fleeting.
Anyway, I proceeded to sing the Christmas shopping song. They liked it, but one of my daughters asked if there's a way to hear the song set to music. There is, I replied. And rewound the previous day's show to play the song for them. I should mention that while I was setting up the clip for them, they ran in the playroom to grab their toy instruments. So when I finally played the song, it was accompanied by a toy flute and maracas.
Nice.
It's like Jimmy Fallon's show.
Yeah, except probably entertaining.
Thanks for helping me provide this moment for my family. Best holiday wishes, Amanda Kudaswavy. And she's from Bridgeport, which is close to my hometown. Thank you, Amanda. We appreciate that.
Did you ever party
Moving
in
right
Bridgeport?
along. A party in Bridgeport?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to it this afternoone.
No, I'm saying, did you ever party in Bridgeport like when you were growing up?
Not really.
Okay.
No. Between kind of like me and New Haven.
All right.
What do you mean by that?
Well, it's like that's the Bridgeport is a big kind of industrial area. That's before. I don't want to say anything bad about Bridgeport now because she sent us a nice letter.
Is it
in a Renaissance?
No,
is it like
different.
let's say it's Baltimore.
It's a city, more of a city.
Is it the Dundalk of, or is it more like let's say Columbia, Maryland?
It's not like Columbia, Maryland.
Okay.
And it's really not like Dundalk either. It's hard to.
in the middle. What's in the middle? Skaggsville.
You might be right about that. If Skaggsville had a few more factories and a seaport. Hi everyone. I just wanted to.
It's called narrowcasting.
How are we doing? We're doing fine. Oh my God, I'm so late. I just wanted to tip in on your conversation regarding the increased negativity around the holidays. A lot of that today. Yeah. I'm a high school teacher, and it's a fact that student behavior drastically worsens as the holidays approach. I need to remind myself that every year. It's sad in the context of a child who is unconsciously reacting to the fact that his life isn't the social ideal that he sees on TV. However, when an adult does that on a Facebook group without the self-awareness that we'd love adults to have, that makes him a hump. If you ever ask me how my holiday was, I always say, great, how was yours? And that's it. That's all. Love the show every day. John in Rochester.
That's
Thank
all.
you.
That's
and
all.
I hold in my hand the last letter.
Oh.
We gotta really hustle. I've been listening. I'm sorry. I've been meaning to write in, Dear TMOS, and tell my holiday horror story for a while. My first job out of law school was as a public defender in a rural county in Washington State. Because I was the new guy, I ended up being on call for holidays. I got a call early Friday morning after Thanksgiving to meet a newly incarcerated gentleman. This guy had gone to the family Thanksgiving dinner on meth.
Oh, no.
And likely other substances.
Yes.
For unknown reasons, he grabbed the carving knife during dinner and stabbed Grandma multiple times.
Oh, my God.
She somehow lived. Wow. When I went into the room to meet with this gentleman, he kept saying that I had to get him off and he couldn't go to jail. I tried to explain to him that he stabbed his grandmother in front of multiple family members and the outcome was almost certainly jail time. Dissatisfied with that answer, he attacked me. He caught my left eye with his fingers, causing severe lacerations and a detached retina. I tried to hold him off till multiple sheriff's deputies came to my rescue. I then had to be transported by helicopter to a hospital in Seattle for emergency eye surgery.
Oh, my God.
Which thankfully saved my vision. And that is my holiday horror story. Merry Christmas, Dave McIntosh from Dunedin, Florida. There you go. Wow, that's awesome. Oh, my God. Play the music. We got to get out of here. And
I had to explain to him,
that
you
is a
stabbed your grandmother.
you stabbed Grandma. We'll take a break.
The Fox Network is responsible for some of the most useless competition shows in the history of television. The Masked Singer. So You Think You Can Dance. I Can See Your Voice. Beat Shazam. Alter Ego. The Masked Dancer. And now the Fox Network has come up with the stupidest, most pointless, and confusing competition show ever. I Can Hear You Dance. Masked judges score masked dancers based on the sound of their dancing. Sound confusing? You bet it is. I Can Hear You Dance. It'll have your wang tips smoking.
On my left foot, on my right foot.
Who wins? Who loses? Who cares? You'll always be a winner when you buy the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. Subscribe today at MikeO'MaraShow.com. I Can Hear You Dance is produced by a live bear and only on Fox Midnight.
The best of O'Mara.
Very good. Welcome back to the show. We're taking your Christmas complaints, and we've got them for you right now. We have doppel complaints, 2 for the price of 1. Let's take another call right now.
Hi, TMOS crew. This is Janet from Rochester, New York, and I want to thank you for the opportunity to air our holiday complaints. I have 2. The first is that maudlin, insipid song about the kid who wants to buy red shoes for his dying mother. Merry Christmas. And the second and more important one is, please, for the love of God and your fellow men and women, stop with the Hickory Farms crap box in the office gift exchange. It is the worst. It clearly shows that you don't want to shop and you don't care who gets it, so please don't even participate. Merry Christmas, everybody, and thanks for all you do. I am anxiously awaiting my very first fruitcake.
Ooh, your first one. Let us know. Let us know. Let us know.
Nice.
That's wonderful. I love that call. Let's take another one on the complaint line.
Hey, it's Dave. Complaints. Holiday-related complaints. Hanukkah candles. There's a lot of companies that make them, but the typical ones, drip. Hot wax. A lot. All over the place.
That's Smolar, right?
Yeah, of
Is
course.
that Smolar?
Smolar.
Yes.
Happy Hanukkah,
Dave,
Smolar.
call after the first of the year. All right, let's
He
take
has a different
new
New Year than us.
I thought he was going to say all over your body.
all over your body.
Wax
Thank you
play
very
at the
much.
Smolar house.
Hey, this is not a complaint. This is a happy anniversary.
Hey guys, this is Jewel from Cincinnati.
I'm perpetually about 2 weeks behind on the podcast, so I don't know if the Yak Shack is on or off at the moment.
Well, sorry, couldn't get to all your call. Let's
my
take
God.
it.
There's a long tail. There's a long tail.
Long tail. I know there is. All right,
Hey guys, it's
John
Jewel
Cougar
from Cincinnati.
Jewel?
Perpetually about 2 weeks behind on the podcast, so I don't know if the Yak Shack is on or off at the moment. But I wanted to call and wish you guys a happy 10-year anniversary. I always remember that this is the day because, well, it's tomorrow, but today's my birthday. And that's an easy day to remember.
Ooh.
And about 10 years ago, I also got laid off. So let's go get them. Thank you, guys.
Go get them. Thank you very much.
Happy holidays, Yak Shack. 3 days after having my hip surgery, and I feel like crap. Mike, you didn't tell me that it was going to hurt this much.
Oh.
Oh, well, everybody have a good Christmas. This is Bill from Washington, D.C.
Hey, that guy
Bill.
that was laid off 10 years ago, you think he has a job yet? Because he
I'm
didn't
not
indicate
sure.
that he's able to
He
land
said,
on his feet.
he said, go get him, which is good.
Okay, well, yeah.
So that's the answer. Go get him.
Still fighting
I'm
the good
sorry,
fight.
I'm thinking about the last call, the guy with the hip, because I'm thinking, I should have told him. It hurts more.
Mike, you shook it off, though. You were right back on that horse.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I the first one, all sorts of issues. All sorts of
Do you remember,
issues.
though, how many days did it take you to come back on the air?
I was on the air right away.
Right?
Because I could sit and do this. But
remember.
Yeah, right away.
I remember getting up after I do the show after that, and it was just like, oh,
Yeah.
oh God,
But
no,
you did
no,
the show.
God.
Yeah.
I did the show.
That's
I did the show.
Incredible.
Because I'm a mang.
Man.
I'm a mang. Hey, somebody wants to talk about the Irishman on the bitch line.
Mike, Rob, Oscar. I'm calling with the holiday grievances. And I gotta tell you, I thought I was going to complain about my family and, having to see all of them and put up with all that nonsense. But I gotta tell you, one grievance stands above all. And that is you guys with your inconsistent hate of the Irishman and just...
Did he say inconsistent hate of the
Yeah,
Irishman?
that kind of diffuses it.
That it's not unified?
Yeah. Or that we went back and forth. I think we all disliked it from the get-go.
Yeah, I mean, I watched it, but the Irishman is weird. I feel like there's a hype machine behind it. Do you
feel like we put more thought into the Irishman than you did your daughter's sleeping arrangements?
Yes, most definitely.
How wrong
Good
you guys
callback.
are about it. That
Thank you.
movie is brilliant. That movie is
Back to the call.
the American gangster shown over the course of the rise and the fall of it. It's incredible. It is Martin Scorsese's best movie. Oscar, for you to say that
Suck
Bird Box,
Yeah, all right, sorry, not enough time for that.
Wow, that's
Thank
not
you.
like you.
No, I usually like the listener.
Yeah.
That guy.
A lot of people,
Suck it.
look, the fact is a lot of
Show
people like
name.
the Irishman. We did not. Let's take a call from Joe from Lodi. He called on the Yak
Yes.
Shack a lot.
Hey, my Christmas complaint line call. This is Joe from Lodi. I didn't get to share. My complaint is the Yak Shack died before I got to share my Christmas horror story about my ex-wife cheating on me just before Christmas. Huh? Oh, horror story. Oh, sorry, guys. I got nothing. Hey, Merry Christmas.
Hey, you. Thanks, Joe. We appreciate it. Another call from Northern California.
God damn it, from Sacramento.
Thank you very much.
That's it?
Appreciate that. Yeah, we got another short one. Short, genuine grievance.
You know what ticks me off during the holiday season? When some housefrau parks her cart in the middle of the grocery aisle
Housefrau.
to compare prices on something and then gets pissed when you ask her to move aside so you can get through.
Thank you.
That's
Appreciate that.
That,
That's
you know, that really had vitriol.
Here's a St. Petersburg call.
Hey, sexy boys, this is Kim calling from St. Pete, Florida.
Hi.
The biggest bitch about Christmas is the expectations and the overboard gift giving. I'm always broke at Christmas, and I don't need any more crap that I don't need. People are buying me way too much crap just to say that they gave me a present. I'd rather just skip it all and spend my money on the TMOS bonus show.
There you go.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
That's my kind of call.
Hell yeah.
All right, the crappy Christmas is our next call here.
Hey, this is Morton from Hialeah. I want to share with you my most memorable Christmas story. One year, I took my daughter up to the north where my father was living with my challenged brother, and my father was probably drinking too much at the time. We were there for Christmas Day. My sister was there, and all of a sudden my daughter came over and told me that the water wasn't draining in the shower. And then my brother came over and said the toilets weren't working. So my father just kind of grumbled and said, well, no one's going to come out on Christmas Day. My sister, being who she was, took command and called somebody. They came out. I went downstairs with the plumber, and there was access pipe to the septic system. There, it was about at maybe face height, and he took the cover off, and there, sitting right there inside the pipe, was a big old turd. So anyway, he put a snake down it and went ahead and cleaned it out as best he could. See, the old man hadn't been keeping up on getting the septic system pumped out. I went back upstairs, and in one of the toilets, my brother had just been in there, and he left this enormous turd in the toilet, and it was very disturbing to see. Now, when he drove me back to the airport, I talked to him about it. I referred to it as the gigantic turd, and he said that it was just a change in the bowels. He was not concerned about it at all, but it was absolutely the biggest turd I ever saw in my life.
Okay, all right.
All in all, it was a crappy Christmas.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Look, there he goes. There's the man right there. He loves that. There you go.
Mike, this man has a master's degree.
There you go. Thank you. All right, got a few more left here with your Christmas bitch line.
Hey guys, Derek in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma.
I would
like to voice a holiday complaint. Something I'm not looking forward to this Christmas is getting together with the whole family, because a couple people on my wife's side are vegans, and it started, and I know vegans that are fine. I feel like these people do it for attention, and it started several years ago. Suddenly they brought their own food.
Oh, no.
And then, the next year there were some vegan offerings at dinner. And the next year there were more, to the point that we were having almost a whole vegan meal. And these are two families out of a large family. Suddenly we're catering to these people. And it really got bad one year when my mother-in-law looked at me and said, I don't know what I'm going to feed you. And I was like, I'm not the one with the special diet. I eat everything. It doesn't matter what it is. I will eat it. Vegan or not, fine. I'm not the one causing the problem here. So I get that to look forward to, and hopefully there is normal food available. But if there isn't, I will nicely eat whatever is provided because somebody made it for me.
Oh,
Merry
sweet.
Christmas, guys. Love you. Bye.
I'm not the problem.
That's great. That's so
That is
real.
so great.
We have a vinyl corner for Rob right here.
Hey, boys and girls. Mike calling from North Idaho. Idaho, the dumbest state in the nation, according to the polls.
That's nice.
Rob, let me ask you, are they all 1 minute and 45 seconds? It's not your fault, but are they all 1 minute 40?
Let me tell you, what? As a preemptive, let me just say this gentleman one thing. Thank you for calling. I have that record, too. It's not that big of a deal.
Okay, thank you very much. Alan Wenzel weighs in on the
Hey, Uncle Mike,
bitch line.
it's your
Hi there.
old pal, Alan Wenzel.
Hi, Alan.
And here is my Christmas beef. It's pompous Christmas newsletters. And so when we get these newsletters at our house, a member of the family is given the opportunity to read it dramatically, but they can also change some of the facts that they want to do that. So, for instance, if little Johnny is being praised because he spent 4 years in the Peace Corps, well, maybe little Johnny spent 4 years in the clink because he tried to knock off a liquor store. That's all I'm saying. And that's the true meaning of Christmas right there, isn't it?
It's a fun household.
So Merry Christmas to all my TMOS friends. Rob, what time should I show up on Christmas Eve? And here's to another 10 years. Bye.
Thank you, Alan Wenzel.
5 p.m.,
my
Alan. 5 p.m.
college friend from American University. And our final Yak Shack
I hold in
grievance,
my
ladies and
hand.
gentlemen. The final one.
Mike, Rob, Oscar, this is Craig from California. This is not called the Yak Shack. This is more like the Narcissism Shack so that the same people can hear their own voice every week. Glad that you discontinued it. Now you're going to bring it back. Please, please. We can't bear to hear the same New Yorker with the awful accent. speaking, or
What?
I don't know,
What?
whomever.
What?
Anyway, happy holidays.
What? Thank you.
That's
that was kind
nice.
of it.
He flamed
That's
out.
Good.
He flamed
very
out.
good. I'm very glad.
Like
I'm very
the
glad we
Yak Shack.
got
Like
to
the Yak Shack.
It's like it flamed out.
Flamed out.
That's
Flamed
why
out.
we do it.
Flamed out.
We'll take calls maybe in a year.
Yeah.
We'll take calls in a
Mike,
year. That's
what
the
about
way that'll go.
Easter.
Easter, yeah. Next holiday with the bunny.
Exactly, the bunny, the
Yeah.
rabbit, Easter rabbit.
Good stuff. We'll come back and talk some football right here on the Mike O'Mara Show, everybody.
Hi, folks. It's aging television heartthrob Tom Selleck. Back in the 80s, I played a Hawaiian detective on Magnum P.I. Look, this isn't my first rodeo, and let me tell you something. I wouldn't be here today if I thought the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show took advantage of any American podcast listener. Or worse, that it was some kind of way to take your home. Now, who the hell am I kidding? I'd sell my own grandmother for a hot lunch. No, a Mike O'Mara Bonus Show subscription isn't some kind of trick to take away your home. In fact, it's quite affordable. I mean, I can't afford that kind of thing anymore, but surely you can. After all, this is how Mike, Rob, and Oscar try to feed their families. Go to MikeO'MaraShow.com and start your subscription today, won't you? Look, I'm proud to be part of the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show family. I trust them, and I think you can too. You know, the thing people always ask me is if I banged Courtney Cox when I was on Friends. Yes, I did, and I think you could too.
The best of O'Mara.
Back in the blurry. Once you come into the focus, come into focus.
It's like a Fellini film.
You got to really learn it. Lean in.
Lean in
So people can see you.
Hello.
Hey, buddy.
There you are.
Damn,
Hi.
what is this?
There you
It's
are.
a portrait effect.
It is.
Awesome.
Good luck today.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. We're going to need it.
Thank you.
Oh, that's nice.
Who's the person we had drinks with the other night and dinner? What did they say about testosterone and me? What were they doing?
She could help you.
Oh, yeah, we're going to get you all settled.
Yeah, something like we're going to get you the help
Settled?
you need.
We're going to get pellets in your ass.
All right. Okay, whatever. Okay. Another time. Thank you. Sleep Number stores. Go to sleepnumber.com/TMOS. When you go to a Sleep Number store, please tell them that Mike O'Mara sent you pellets in your ass. Right.
In your.
I don't know what that means.
That's going to be a great air
All right.
check.
Can
Shut
I
up,
tell my
Bunny.
yogurt? Can I tell my yogurt story?
Mike,
please?
I was just wondering if you had anything that had to do with yogurt to tell us.
Here it is.
All right.
And stop Rob with the biological functions. All right.
Right. I agree.
This is.
Oh my God.
This place now, more than any time in years past. I always tell you it gets more crowded and more crowded and more crowded. We venture out, and I'm with my wonderful little son, and he doesn't want to go out. And who can blame him? Going out of the house the way it is down here. The traffic is here. The people are here. It's crazy. It's nasty. And so parking lots that in the summertime are virtually devoid of people are now just busting at the seams. There are people everywhere. So the job is to, what am I picking up? I'm picking up, I think, some protein for the keto dinner at Costco. And I had to get one other thing that I don't remember at Costco. But it's a real quick trip. I pick up a few things for dinner. And as it's so crowded. And as I am walking my shopping cart, there is a lady, and I'm briskly walking because I want to get out of there.
Mm-hmm.
And this lady is in front of me and starts to move across and looks at me, top of her lungs, and goes, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa!" And that's the way it sounded too, with her her nasty scowl, and so and she cuts across in front of me after saying "whoa, whoa" with no other greeting or thank you, excuse me, or anything like that. So I look over at her at the exact same volume level, and I go, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa!" And the people in back of me crack up. A slightly younger couple laughing. And I turn around to them and
the original whoa whoa lady, can you estimate her age?
78, 79 years old.
Getting around okay, but older.
Maybe older.
Okay, all right.
And just sitting there with this face. They all have this face.
Yeah.
Like that. And I turn around to the people who are laughing at what I did, and I go, "It's season in Florida." Yeah. And so I check out, and I promised Michael that I would go to Yogurt Mountain. which I think is the name. Do you have those in?
No, I think this might be exclusively Florida.
I think it's called Yogurt Mountain.
Yeah.
Look it up. It might be. I think he said Yogurt Mountain.
Yeah, let me type that into my
That's
old
a video I found last night.
Twice a morning, Mike.
Gross.
Guys, I don't want any more jokes, okay? Can we please?
That was not that.
Was this me?
No, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Robin Pony.
Yeah. Well, they're both sexually deprived for different reasons.
All right. So listen, we go there and he wants to get his yogurt that he loves the yogurt where you can self-serve yourself and then put all the stuff in it, right? So there's one of these stores over in the mall, and that's what got him out of the house. And I said, that'll be your thing for the day. He said, can't we go to Chuck E. Cheese? I said, we don't go to Chuck E. Cheese every weekend, all right? It's not, your life is not an amusement park yet.
Yogurt Mountain, a national chain. There's one in Hanover, Maryland.
Yeah, there you go. Yogurt Mountain. So we go over there and
over 50 toppings.
Yeah.
Oh, it's you know what? If you are looking for a sugar rush, it's a salad.
It looks
bar of fun. It looks like it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We go to we walk into Yogurt Mountain and there's a lovely little teenager that's working at a part-time job there, and she's there, and there's a man in front of us, and he kind of does a slide in front of us, but not in a rude way. He just wanted to get his sweet sugar on. And so he goes in front of us and he asks they give you sample cups so that you can go up and try the different yogurts. And they ask, so I'm not able to partake because it's got sugar and I don't want to, screw up what I'm doing right now. So Michael gets his little sample cup and he moves over and he's trying the different flavors, and it's adorable and it's fantastic. And one of the flavors I think is mint chocolate chip, and the other is cookies and cream. But I should point out that it's one of these yogurt flavored things. You got
to pull them, self-serve.
But it's also not cookies and cream that comes out.
No.
It's the flavor of cookies and cream.
Right, because it's got to be smooth.
Right. So the guy's in front, and the older guy, it's kind of a golfer dude that's getting his stuff, and he's amused with Michael, which I think is great. Thank you for engaging with my son. Mm-hmm. Everything's fine. So at this point, he picks white chocolate mousse. That's the flavor of yogurt that he gets. I'm like, well, way to go, sophisticated.
Yeah,
little
I stay away from mousse regularly.
Well, that's where the maturity ends, because when I give you the toppings list, that's when he becomes a 6-year-old. He is 1,000% 6-year-old, and I still remember what he picked. Okay. So he gets his yogurt mousse. And he fills, I filled it for him. And, you don't want to go too crazy because they only have this one like medium size.
It's also weight-based.
Yeah, I was going to say they sell by weight, right?
It's sell by weight.
Yeah.
So he gets his little yogurt and it's white chocolate mousse. And then it's over to what he really likes, which is the topping bars. So here are the toppings on his ice cream. And you tell me if there's anybody other than a 6-year-old that could ingest this concoction. He gets... Stroop waffles, little mini Stroop waffles that they have there. He gets 2 of them. I said, how many do you want? He says 2. This is his treat. He gets whatever he wants on the thing. And by the way, it's by weight, so it's not like we're piecemeal.
That's light.
I said Stroop waffles. Then he moves on. He moves on to the one item that really would prevent me from enjoying it. He wants Sour Patch gummies. So white chocolate mousse, Stroop waffles.
That is
and Sour Patches. Then he gets chocolate shots. And what was the last one that he got there? Oh my God, I'm gonna forget. Oh, here we go. Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah.
Fruity Pebbles
cereal.
Yes. So that's it. A combination of chocolate and fruitiness. That is just
sour though.
This is.
And here's the deal: yogurt. The only problem with frozen yogurt is that it always has the slightest underpinnings of sour because it's yogurt, right?
Right.
So don't put Sour Patch Kids on to underscore it.
He doesn't know that flavor profile.
I know, but still,
he is happy.
Yeah. Did he eat it?
So he ate it when we got home. So we get up to the cashier and we're going to check out. And I am behind the golf guy that was engaging. He pays. And I'm taking a step up when, out of the left corner of my eye, comes a monster.
Oh, no.
An evil 70-plus-year-old bowling ball, furry facial hair, female monster bitch that comes out of the corner and just doesn't give me, or more importantly, my son, a second thought, as she bowling balls her way up to the counter and says to the cashier, "What's this?" Showing this little poop of her sample cup to the person. This isn't cookies and cream.
Oh.
And she said, "Where is the cookies and cream? You don't have it here." And the lady behind the counter says, "Oh, it's the third one down. Yeah. The right spigot has the cookies and cream." "No, this is what I got." And she says, I'll give the girl a lot of credit. Mm-hmm. She looks right back here. He said, "That is cookies and cream."
Yes.
At this point, this rhino troll says in her raspy, nasty ass voice filled with attitude, "Well, I didn't see, and it's not cookies and cream, chocolate chip cookie dough."
Okay.
She says, fair. "I didn't see any chocolate chips or cookie dough. Come on." At this point, I want to get, if I had a full cup of water, I would have dumped it on her head.
Oh, no.
She is being so rotten.
Hostile.
To this girl.
Yes.
She's being and she's in a place where she's getting a treat. Why are you being a monster to this poor teenager that's working her part-time job? So the lady explains, the girl behind the counter says, "Well, chocolate, it's not really chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream. It's chocolate chip cookie dough flavored yogurt."
Yes.
And I swear to God, this is the quote. She says, "Well, if you say so," and turns around, and I'm like, I'm so put off by this woman.
You'd have to be speechless at this point.
Right. We pay, it's roughly $5 and change for this yogurt, and with the way I hand this young lady a $20 bill.
Good man.
And I say to her, "Keep the change," because, and I said, as we're walking, and I know the lady coming, I said, "Because we're all not like that."
Good man.
And fortunately, my son was oblivious to it, and we walked out, and now I've used too much time. But
no. This is
God, old people, okay?
Represent yourself.
Sons and daughters of the greatest generation are, I think, the worst generation.
I think you may be right.
Entitled, rude, soft, and a bunch of f***ers, okay? I was in pain on my angry deathbed.
Oh, boy, you.
It's my aching belly, my diverticulitis, which is flaring up.
You're gonna cry, baby. Oh, you're gonna fucking cry. Look at him, he's crying.
It's going to be embarrassing, but since I have no material left on the show today, and I'm cloudy, and I'm having trouble reading, I will tell you it's because I wore too tight pants.
Does stress get at it?
Yes, the stress of that last segment. Stress of old promos, the stress of no guests. I drink your milkshake, Eli.
Mike O'Mara is killing himself for you. Are you so selfish that you can't show some damn common decency and buy a bonus show subscription? He gives and gives day after day, and you sit out there with your hand out like a selfish. You're killing him. How dare you? Click the banner at MikeO'MaraShow.com and buy a bonus show subscription today, for the love of God.
The best of O'Mara.
All right, Tony, we got to do some business with you here. Yes. One of the main reasons we booked you on the show today, and thank God you brought Annie Yu in, because we've loved Annie for a long, long time.
Thank you.
As far as accessibility to radio and the work ethic that is required to come in and sit in on a show like this, there's nobody better than Annie.
Can I tell you something about Annie?
Yes, go right ahead, please.
A week or so ago, Donnie was off one day. Imagine that. And
how did he swing that?
Man, I don't like the way that tree looks in my backyard. Honey, call the station. I'm not going to be in today. Yes, sir. Still won't top Jack Diamond, who called out sick one day. This is a true story. Because his eye was hit by a concussive raindrop.
I remember that. I remember
Jack
that.
Diamond did that. Yeah. And that was a big story over at the Jennifer Street Studios over there. That somebody told me, excuse me, I won't be in today. My eye was hit by a concussive raindrop. That's
significant blurring, little buddy.
Right.
You'll probably be mad. I love Jack too. Jack's a good guy.
Annie guested on the show with me. Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
She is a natural.
We
it was
had
great.
so much fun. Well, I was just
awesome.
following you.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was.
That's sweet.
Do you
did a good
practice
job.
this?
It's all natural, babe.
So your name came up last week, Tony, when we were just blown away by an announcement from one of our crew members down here at Podcast Village when he saddled into the station and informed all of us. I'm talking about Rob Ford, that Rofo, your former producer on the Tony Perkins Show, Rob Ford informed us that he is taking the plunge, that he is getting married.
Wow.
Wow. We were stunned.
Now, I think something that should be said is we all found out on Facebook. Oscar didn't even know until you and I told him that we found out on Facebook. And Tony didn't know until I texted him to come in and comment on it.
Literally. I know a little about Rob Ford. He came up to my place up in Maine one time, and that really, I don't have nearly the contact that both Oscar and Rob have with him, and that you had with him when he was producing your show. So you guys take this over. I don't know what to ask as much as as you guys probably do.
What was interesting and peculiar, I guess, for us was the idea that a man-child such as Rob Ford, who's now become a wonderful professional in his own right.
Staring down 30 years of age.
28, 29, who knows? He's looked the same since I've known him, right? So
big guy.
And in love, not in love, and you were there for the inception of the relationship, right?
So,
a rocky start.
Here's the mystery to me. First of all, so he is engaged. We've determined that. Has he revealed the name of his fiancée? Because when he was with Gary and I on the Tony Perkins Show featuring Gary Stein, may it rest in peace.
GarySteinPhotography.com.
We had to use aliases for her. He wasn't even comfortable being public about her name.
Yes. So this is the same young lady.
It's the same young lady. I guess over time they've been together for 4 years.
Wow,
it's been 4 years.
And
remember, they got a dog together.
They got
That's
a dog.
Step.
Yes. Yeah.
And when we asked her, we said, "Well, what happened? Like, is there some pageantry? How did you call? Did you call her dad? Did you do?" And he goes, "No, we were kind of just sitting on the couch for a long day at work, and she looked at me, and I looked at her, and he said, "Yeah, let's get married." And then boom, on Facebook, engaged, no ring, no nothing.
No
That's
ring.
it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get married. Who said that?
I think the
He
Friday.
kept saying it was mutual.
And he let her name go on our show. He talked about her name. Her name is Winona.
Winona. Okay, yes, Winona.
No. Did he? I don't remember. Oscar, did he?
He never mentions her name.
Okay,
No.
so let's go with
Yes.
Winona.
So what he said is Winona, Fiona, their dog.
Yes.
And
their virus, Corona.
and for me, it was blink if this was forced upon you from a guy's perspective.
Okay.
Because I remember that Friday. That Friday was after a long week's work, and he didn't leave here. We didn't leave here till like 9:30 p.m. After I would say he got in before 8 a.m.
And to paint a picture, he indicated that the night of the proposal, he was couch flopping tired. Like he just sort of flopped down before the conversation
He also
began.
said they discussed it prior to this.
They had discussed it, yeah.
It was kind of an ongoing discussion that they had talked about it. So that was there.
So when we heard no ring, and Mike doesn't like the whole asking the family for the blessing or permission.
Well, I said to them, both Rob and
one knee.
He did not. He sat on the couch.
And Rob and Oscar and I split because Rob and Oscar felt that the traditional thing is to ask the family, and I'm the oldest one in the room, and I said no. I mean, that's not required.
Not anymore.
Stuff
I
anymore.
think it's good form.
Think that was.
It's a sign of
maybe
respect.
It's good form, but you're an old soul.
I am.
But
and
Oscar
look where it
Oscar's,
got me anyway. So whatever.
But and Oscar from the Latin experience,
No
which
mercy.
is traditionalist in that.
Yeah, you got
So,
it.
but I'm like going if there was a proposal and I got a call from one of my daughters, and it happened, it wouldn't be that. It's not like I need them to fly down and ask permission. It would be nice, but it's not required.
What about a blessing?
What's that?
A blessing, maybe not permission, but a blessing.
So if a guy called me, this is the way I look at it.
Yes.
If a guy called me and said, "I'd like to take your daughter's hand in marriage," I would consider it a respectful thing to do, and it would be a bonus. I would in no way expect it.
Right,
That's
you
the
wouldn't
way I
be
would look
mad
at that.
if your daughter called and said, "Hey, I got engaged to Joe," or whatever. You wouldn't be mad.
Right.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad, no, because I don't expect it to be asked of me. And if I've met the guy and we've hung out now, if it was completely sight unseen,
I would also say the fact that if you are asking for a daughter's hand, you're expecting a yes.
Yes, that's right.
You don't
That's
call
right.
if you think there's a glimmer of doubt. So it is more of, I
Right.
guess, a sign of respect.
Now,
than anything else.
what's the Asian experience?
Well, I think out of respect, you do meet with the family and ask. It's pretty much like the Latin culture.
Latino, yeah.
In my case, Dee did not.
Dun, dun, dun.
Which is why we haven't seen him since. No, I'm kidding. You know, Dee, come to think of it, Dee didn't ask my parents for a blessing or permission, nor did he get down on one knee. And so I kind of relate to Rob in this scenario because our experience was we were just sitting Indian style on the ground looking at each other, and he kind of tossed a ring box at me. And it was a plastic ring box that I got in a press kit.
This sounds amazing.
I know. I don't
Was
share
it in
this
a
story
romantic
often.
location at least?
It was in my bedroom where I lived with my parents, and I had my twin bed right there and all my pink. I got married early, guys.
Did you ever have like Hello Kitty on the wall?
I did, yeah.
Wow.
Boy, that just made that really weird.
I was 24 years old when
I was 24 the first time.
When he yeah. Oh, that's not what I want to hear right now.
How long? Well, no. How long have you? How long? Well, I don't want to date you.
We were dating for 6 years, and then we have been married for 11 years this July.
Oh, fantastic!
Congrats. That's
Thank
great.
you, guys.
Yeah. You know
Although
what?
no one's ever seen him, so I could be lying.
This is the truth. I get to say this now. I will be married 11 years in September.
Congrats! Yes.
That's
awesome.
And to be specific, in a row.
Yes, in a row. Thank you. Thank you.
To this
and
one.
D, by the way, we say D. For those of you around the country who don't know who D is for Darius.
That's
all
right.
if you like.
Darius, that's right.
Hootie and the Blowfish.
That's right.
All right, that's all I'm going to
You
say.
supported him when he went to
He's always
the
on tour.
country.
Annie is married to Hootie.
Yeah,
Who do you?
he hated that. Man, did he hate that. Everybody calls me
Yeah,
Hootie.
I know.
24, I think that's an engagement you would expect. So maybe we do have a perspective that they're both young.
Yeah.
Oh, how old is
Right?
Rob?
He's 28.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And how old is
Yeah.
Winona?
I think she's 24, 25. Yeah.
Okay. You know what? Listen, I'm surprised. I think he
If
may
he's
have been-
happy, we're happy.
I just like looking
Yeah.
at your face right now. That's all.
As someone who has a great working relationship with Robin, who watched him mature from
Yes.
actually intern to producer, you saw
Yes.
it happen under
Yeah.
your tutelage. What is your percentage chance that he was somehow coerced into this?
I don't think he was coerced, but I think he was sleepy.
That's what we said on the. Thank you. We said it was just the path of least resistance.
Yep.
Yeah.
They had a good thing going on.
Yeah.
He didn't want to break the lease.
Right.
If it was a no-go, then there would be a much more work in the private sector that he'd have to deal
They're
with.
on the couch watching Netflix.
Yeah,
They don't
yeah,
want to
yeah,
lose
yeah.
the Netflix account. It's like, this is all pretty good.
Who's going to keep the dog?
Well, congratulations to Rofo. The engagement's still on, to the best of my
Yes,
knowledge.
yes.
It's still
Yeah.
Facebook
That's
official, yes.
And we're here 100%, Mike. And if they need a venue, we can talk about it because the second floor is open.
That's right.
I said now I would like maybe a bi-weekly report from Rob Ford to pop in and chat with us and let us know how his world's going, because he's very funny and I like having
Yes.
him. As you know, he's a funny guy.
And Rob,
he's a good guy to have on.
text me,
Yeah.
okay? Just text me.
Once in a while, something.
All right, before we let you go, one last question. So how is your former partner in crime, Gary Stein, who I sent a personal message to, I think last week, because I did a deep dive on his photography website, which I think is a hobby that turned into something a little more serious.
Yeah.
He's got an eye. He's got
really
a lot of
does have an
talent.
eye.
He does a really nice
I
job.
did not know this about Gary.
Yeah. Oh, he's a good photographer. He's a good photographer. Not a great podcaster, but a great. No, I'm kidding. I am kidding.
You're going to get a phone call.
I know.
Gary,
I know.
Gary, I still love you.
What, you don't love me
I thought
anymore?
you were fantastic.
I'm surprised I didn't get a phone call when Mike sent him a personal message, because that would have warranted a phone call. Gary's doing great, as you've seen on Facebook. We got together a couple of months ago. We were together for a big birthday that I had last year, and I love the guy. I will tell you this, and it's the honest to God's truth. Every few weeks we talk on the phone, and he will say to me, if we were doing the show, this is what we would have talked about today. He'll tell me a crazy story of something that happened to him.
The door is always open here, as you know. We'd love to have you come back. And Annie, for you, anything you want to promote, anytime you want to come by.
Oh, thank you.
Besides the morning TV show and your blissful marriage, anything else that's going on in your life before we let you go home and get some rest?
No, I mean, just being a mom keeps me busy. You have a 6-year-old, I have a 7-year-old. So we know they're
That
very
world.
demanding. Yeah, that world. They're very demanding and needy. And she's an only child, so I'm down on the ground, like playing with her, playing dolls and Barbies.
I'm incapable of that, Annie. I can't do that.
It's draining, Mike. It's draining. When those eyes come to you and they're like, can you play with me? You can't say no.
Well, cherish these times because my youngest, Robert, is now 17, and now I have to play with Barbies by myself.
Mike says, I got 18. I'll see you in a while, kid.
Okay, so maybe we can't relate.
Hey, at least now they have Barbies for everyone now. We just did the story last year.
Very
true. That is
the
true.
old man inappropriately became a father Barbie. But anyway.
Mike, it's called Sunset Barbie.
Sunset Barbie. Autumn Leaves Barbie.
It's
Autumn Leaves Ken.
There's not a drugstore near me, Barbie.
There is every chance that I will be attending a high school graduation in a Rascal scooter. I think there's a chance that I'm going to do that.
Oh, that is
all right,
so
well, you two, go home, get some sleep.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank
You're the
show,
best.
Love you guys. Love you.
Love you.
The show is Coffee Time with Donnie Simpson and Annie U. No, I'm sorry. Get Up DC, WUSA. Not Mike Lewis doesn't do it anymore, but I remember WUSA.
The voice.
Channel 9 here in Washington, D.C. Annie U, Tony Perkins. We love you guys. Thanks so much for coming by and sharing a very busy day, which they all are for you guys. We appreciate that. Me, I'm going to get my oil changed after this.
Want more? Make sure you check out The Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. Get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Mike O'Mara Radio Entertainment.